All right, everyone. Hello. Welcome to Coaching with Karishma Wednesday edition. My Wi-Fi zonked out, so here I am going on my phone, and it will be what it is. Hope you guys are doing amazing this Wednesday afternoon. And what I wanted to talk about today is stepping into your power and unapologetically stepping into your power. And it takes courage. It takes courage. And why does it take courage? For me, every time I've stepped into my power, it's always meant letting go of something. And I really want to take this opportunity for you all to really connect with you and just notice, what is it that you've been afraid of letting go of? What is it afraid that you're letting go of? And for me, I've noticed that it's always been the fear of changing. And usually for me, it's entailed a fear of losing something. And what's crazy is that fear is actually an illusion, you see. That fear is actually an illusion. And, I've had a lot of clients that come to me, and over the course of time, as they've evolved and they stepped into their power, what I think about stepping into our power, it means letting go of what I call victimhood and becoming a victor. Stepping out of victimhood into becoming a victor, which means I have the ability to completely change my life. And, today I realized I have the ability to completely change my life. It didn't just happen like that, you see. I had to have mentors. I had to have support to learn a different way of living my life, because I didn't even realize it then. But my old life and a lot of the people in my old life actually held me back. And I just really want you to have a moment right now for you to really be honest with yourself. What are you holding on to that isn't serving you anymore? When you think about who you want to be and how you want to live your life. And I'm assuming you're in this group because some part of you wants to be confident. Some part of you wants to be empowered. Some part of you wants to really take ownership of who you are. And that often means letting go of something previously. Letting go of something previously that didn't serve you. Are you willing to have the courage to step into your power, to step into your path, to step into your purpose? Because my friends, that journey is worth it. That journey is worth it. And I'm going to share a couple of my examples with you in the spirit of authenticity and vulnerability, to show you that even I, who has served 100 people in the last 3 years, I've gone through my own evolution too. And no matter where you are, it's okay. It's okay. And 5 years ago, I live in Dallas, Texas now. 5 years ago, I used to live in California. And I lived in LA for 8 years. I had a group of friends. And we were a group of 5 moms. 5 moms. We had kids together, pregnant together. We did life together. We did play dates together. We hung out together. We did mom's nights out. Things with the kids, things with the family. We traveled together with kids, without kids, with the families. We did everything together. And the truth is, 5 years ago, I had a great job. I was married. Kids were good. Kids were great. I had a social life you wouldn't believe. And I was really good at being busy. And I was really good at what I did for work. So on the surface, I had it all, you see. But there was a part of me that knew that I was meant for more. There was a part of me that knew that somehow I was limiting myself. There was a part of me that knew that I was getting really comfortable. And when you're having the same conversation with the same friends day after day after day after day, and no one's growing, Tony Robbins is the best. He says, if you're not growing, you're dying. And I knew at some point that the same conversations, and I love these friends, right? But on some level, I also had to be honest with myself and realize that I want to grow. And I don't think I'm going to be able to grow with this group. And if I live over here, I'm going to be exactly that same version of Karishma that they're used to. And I'm not going to evolve and grow in the way that I'm meant to. And that was the voice of my soul, you see. There's that voice inside of you that's telling you you're settling for something in your life. You're settling, and you know that you're meant for more. You know that you're meant for more than you've allowed yourself to. And I'm using those words carefully. I previously had not allowed myself to step into all of me. And there I was, everyone around me was me. I was literally hanging out with people that were exactly like me. We dressed the same, we talked the same, we walked the same, we did the same things, and like everybody made the same amount of money. And everybody kind of did the same thing. And the level of friendship that we had, even though they were great friends, was pretty surface, you see. We didn't really talk about what was real. In fact, when I shared that I was getting a divorce 2 or 3 years later, they were shocked. And I'd had marriage stuff for years that we were trying to work through. So the level of depth in my relationships wasn't there. But I followed my path, I followed my soul, I followed my purpose. And that meant for me moving out of California. And the next year of my life wasn't easy. I went from having, a really active friend circle and really active other friends too, not just this group of friends, and a support system for all intents and purposes. To the next year, the same job that was okay in LA got worse. The client that I work with demanded more. And before I knew it, I was overwhelmed, I was burnt out, I was stressed out. And then the marriage issues that were there kind of became heightened even before COVID. Because all of a sudden, whereas I had the friends and the support system around me that kept me distracted from my marital issues, now those friends that went away. And then I was able to start seeing that, hey, you know what? This isn't working. It was always there, became even more obvious. So the job became harder. The marriage stuff became harder. I wanted growth, you see. I wanted to step out of my comfort zone. The next year of my life completely took me out of my comfort zone. It was so beautiful. We're so afraid of stepping into the unknown, friends. But you see, the very thing we need is to step into the unknown to allow us to break free of the limitations of the past. And what transpired for me personally in my journey was nothing short of a miracle. That although there was overwhelm, although there was stress, although it was freaking hard, and I'm not going to lie that it wasn't hard, it was really hard. But guess what I found in all of that? I found me. I found me. And I found the courage to find me, because you get rid of all the other distractions, you're left with you. And if you don't have you, my friends, you have nothing. You have nothing. And it's been a beautiful journey for me, because that literally led me to burnout, overwhelm, stress, to this isn't working for me. I'm meant to be empowered. I'm meant to step into my power. I'm meant to have more and create more and help people more and serve more. And literally led me to personal development seminars where I was exposed to coaches just like me. And I was like, that's a thing? Really? That's a thing? Like, people literally spend all day serving people, helping people, and they're able to have a life that is beautiful and fulfilling. And literally, you see, that very pain that I experienced led me to my purpose and my path. By getting out of my way, by having the courage to change, and by seeking out help from mentors and people in my life to help me step into the next level of my life. And literally, within the next year, my coaching business was launched. That was 3.5 years ago. Since then, I've served over 100 people. And I'm here because I get to, every single day. The very thing we're afraid of is the unknown. Do you see? Sometimes stepping into the unknown is the very thing we need to change. Change the way you look at things, and the things that you look at change, is what Wayne Dyer said. If you don't see you as empowered, if you don't have trust in you, if you don't have commitment in you, how are you going to create the magical life of your dreams? Because I'm recognizing more and more, if I don't have me, nothing works. If I don't have me, my kids aren't empowered. Because my kids, they're 11 years old now. If nothing else, I have feisty little Leo twins. They're just like their mama. They stand up for what they want. They know what they want. They're unapologetic in expressing it. And they know how to stand up for themselves because they get to see me advocating for me every single day. Do you want a legacy? You want to leave impact? Stand up for you and watch everyone in your life stand up for their power, in their power. I see my clients as empowered. That's how they radically shift. I've seen so many clients leave their W-2s now over the course of the last 3.5 years that I've been doing my business. Stepping more into their power, more into their abundance, more into prosperity, more into self-love, more into health, having more empowered relationships. That, my friends, is the epitome of having it all. And somehow we told ourselves we couldn't have it all. We didn't deserve it all. We weren't worthy of having it all. But I had to decide I am worthy of having it all. And I don't know what it means to have it all, Karishma, but I'm fucking willing to have courage to stand up for me. And I'm willing to get support, to get out of my own way, because I don't know what I don't know. And that journey within me has been a beautiful journey, because that means I get to show up for you in this way that I am right now. But more importantly, I'm looking at the woman staring right back at her in this mirror, which is her iPhone. And know she is empowered today. And her kids are better off today. My kids are better off today than they've ever been in their entire life. My ex-husband is better off today than he's ever been in his entire life. One of us has to have the courage to change. One of us has to have the courage to be happy and to realize, you know what? I deserve to be happy. I deserve to be prosperous. I deserve to be abundant. I deserve to have freedom. And I wasn't born like this. It didn't happen overnight. I'm an Indian woman who had glass ceilings her whole life growing up. I wasn't allowed to speak my opinion in my family, you guys. And today I speak up my opinions every single day, and I get to help my clients see themselves of how they're being a victim and how to step into the victor part of themselves, because that, my friends, is possible for you if you allow yourself to want it and to have it. And to be committed to, you know what, I'm going to do whatever it takes to create this beautiful life where I'm not a victim to my circumstances. I get to create the life of my dreams because I know that on a deep level, I'm worthy of it. I'm deserving of it. And that, my friends, is called infinite freedom. Being able to have it all. Being able to live your purpose. Being able to live your purpose every day, not like a side hustle, like to really step into your purpose. But you see, your purpose is how you show up in everything. So a lot of my clients want prosperity in their business. You got to have prosperity and abundance at home. You got to step up for what you want at home. Ask for what's yours. Be willing to walk away from things that aren't serving you. Be willing to have a new identity, because people in your old life, when you start showing up as empowered, a lot of your old friends are not going to resonate with you. Are you willing to leave it all? Are you willing to leave the old behind to have everything that you possibly could have wanted? Because I'm here to tell you, with a different group of friends the last 3 years, with different people in my life the last 3 years, with mentors in my life these last 3 years, with clients in my life more than I could have ever experienced or imagined experiencing, the fulfillment that I experience every single day is worth it. And what was needed to commit to me. So if you're interested and curious about finding out what it looks like to create freedom on every level, I'm going to drop a game plan call link here below. Let's connect 10, 15 minutes, not a sales call, to see where you're stuck, to see if I can help, and just to see what it could look like to have a beautiful life beyond your wildest dreams. I hope you found that helpful. Set an intention today. What does it look like for me to have freedom on every level? And what I've been holding on to so tightly for dear life, that's actually keeping me stuck in the past. It's keeping me away from everything that I possibly could have wanted. I hope you guys have a beautiful afternoon. I'll see you guys here tomorrow at noon Central Time. Same time, same place. Bye.